welcome back to the show, guys. Our location for this week is Manapart. Now, she's a budding singer and she's currently signed to Orange Hill Records. Let's hear from our talent on the rise this week, Ari Lopez.
I fell in love with the wrong guy. With the wrong guy. Say your love is wicked. You say you break my heart. You tear it up and you dash it away. And I care about me and time. Say your love is wicked. You say you break my heart. You tear it up and you dash it away. And I care about me and time.
I started writing songs when I was 15, and my father's a violin player, so it runs in the family. And I'd known many instruments by the time that I decided to really make it my journey, as you just said. And I came to Kingston in the beginning of last year and met up with Orange Hill Records, and they had the same idea of what sound we were going for. And because of that, because of the music, I decided to sign with them. And the journey from there has just been up. My father is Jose Salgado, and he's one of the top violin players in Cuba, and then decided to move to Jamaica and continue it.
So you were actually born in Cuba?
Yeah, but I moved down here when I was 6. So I consider myself more Jamaican than Cuban.
You talk to me about growing up in Cuba, coming to Jamaica. What was the translation like for you, different culture?
It was definitely a culture shock, especially for a 6-year-old girl who's only known the Cuban ways. And then she moves here and there's people talking in not just English, but Pato. And Pato was definitely the culture shock, because I knew a little bit of English because of my mother. So when I got here, I thought, okay, if I don't know everything, at least I can communicate. But then Pato really was like, then I made it my journey to learn the language and to speak it properly. And I really love Jamaican culture from the get-go. I grew up in Montego Bay. I grew up in Coral Gardens and Leaders Avenue. And then, so coming to town by myself was also a culture shock, because this is a way bigger arena than in Mobay. Yeah.
What schools you attended?
I went to Heinz Simonish School from when I was 6 all the way till I graduated. I did my CXCs there and everything. An amazing private school in Mobay.
But why music?
Because it's the love. It's something about creating a sound that people can sing along to and understand, and they can feel what you're feeling. It makes more sense than writing a letter. You know, it's really just about feeling and passion. You have to love it to be a part of it. I didn't decide to go into dancehall or reggae. I decided to do pop and R&B and hip hop. And I do have reggae songs because, you know, there's a love for the culture. But it's really about an international sound that can take Jamaica to a different level. We want to do with our sound what Bob Marley did with reggae when he started, which was he made it into not just a brand, but a culture, an idea, a progression.
Do you incorporate any of the Cuban heritage in your work?
Oh yeah, and we have a lot of Latin stuff coming out soon, Latin music, and that I'm currently working on. I wanted to get, because I grew up in Jamaica and I'm serving to a Jamaican crowd, I wanted to get the English-speaking music out of the way first. But we're gonna translate all the songs and do the EP in Spanish. My EP is called She Believed, and my single is called She Is, and it's about going to the club and forgetting that a guy broke your heart and that there's another girl that you feel is better than you. And I think every woman can relate to that, can relate to calling their friends and be like, listen, we're going out tonight because it's just not working out.
Now it's time to check out the video premiere of the week.
Caribbean princess. Girl, baby, tell me what we do, 'cause you're perfect. You amaze me, your body acting up with your nice smile and your dark skin. Right now you have to give me the offspring, and you know say me not laughing. The love is what me asking for. I know you like the right planting, and me know you like the bamboo. Hey girl, me want ask you something. Just tell me why you dance so, my girl. You are the one I love. Girl, I know you are. You are the one I need in my life. You are the one I try. Girl, I know you are. You are the Caribbean princess. I just wanna love you, kiss you, put you. Caribbean princess. I just wanna love you, kiss you, put you. Caribbean princess. Hey girl, you're the real.
When we get back, we check in with former Saint International model and rock star takes over Jules Resorts in Portmore. We'll be right back.